Hey guys, welcome back to Dreams versus Disease. I'm Angie. I'm sitting here with my daughter watching me, so I've never had an audience talking before, so I was kind of nervous for this episode. She's like a really famous YouTuber.
No.
And she's got like 5 channels, and she's like...
No, 3.
She's 3 YouTube channels. I want to talk to you about my supplement list, what I've been taking for almost 2 years come January, and what is in my IV, and all the drops that I take for mold and toxin drainage. This episode is like probably the most meaningful episode to me. It's not like it's easy to get up here and talk about things like this. It's personal, but I decided to just dig deep and put that aside. I want to share what I've learned to try to spread some healing in the world, because Lord knows we need it. And there are millions and millions and millions of people that have Lyme disease that don't even know they have it and never know they have it. Some of them pass away from it. Lyme is the great imitator. It can do anything and mimic anything, and it's so hard to pinpoint it because it changes and migrates, and you can be sick for many, many, many decades. I had to struggle through a lot of illness and a lot of awful dark times to get this list. It is like gold. Not just anyone can get their hands on something like this. You have to find the right doctor, and you have to have the money to pay for it. Plain and simple. Alberta Health or any Canadian healthcare will not cover any mold or Lyme disease treatment or testing. They just don't. This list could heal somebody else that's sick with a complex disease like I have. They could literally just go copy this supplement list and take everything, you know, within reason that they could possibly take off this list, try to follow everything that I've said. Maybe if you find like a really good naturopath, you could find a doctor that you could tell all of this to, because this is coming from a very expensive, very, very knowledgeable functional medicine naturopath doctor that people come from all over the world to see. He resides in Calgary. I was so lucky that he is here in Calgary, my hometown, because he is one of the best out there for any disease like this. People travel from all over the world to live here and get treated from him because he heals diseases. He is good. He knows what he's doing. I actually had a follow-up appointment with my doctor a couple weeks ago, and he switched up my antibiotics. So now instead of taking 2, I'm taking 4. So we're ramping it up to kill this infection. I actually got some really good news that one of my co-infections disappeared. My relapsing fever infection disappeared. It's gone. But I still have Babesia and Bartonella to deal with. My Lyme markers are down, so the Lyme is getting weaker. And my mold count in my blood was down, so I was at a 21 and now I'm at an 8. So that is considerably less, and really good news for me in my healing. So in 2 years, it's taken me to do that. It's been a long time, but if you really think about how sick I was and what we had to deal with, I feel like that's a pretty resilient body to be able to just come back from that. And that's how resilient all of our bodies are if we would just treat them properly and feed them properly and give them the proper rest. My supplement list has changed over 2 years. A lot of supplements I don't have on my list anymore because I stopped using them because they served their purpose and I didn't need them anymore. So I feel like I was taking a whole lot more pills. When I first started, I was taking about 120 pills a day. I must probably still take about 50 pills a day. Still a lot of pills. I'm gonna just start with the liquid vitamins here first. So vitamin D3, calcium for bones, and I have here liquid glutathione. That helps the immune system. That's also in my IVs. So I'm on 4 antibiotics: Sultratrim, nystatin, hydroxychloroquine, and minocycline. So I take those antibiotics indefinitely now. Look at this, I'm a pill popper. Maybe I'll learn to play the pills. Wow, you gotta have a bit of humor because otherwise you might just not make it. I'm just gonna go through my supplement list here. It's like weightlifting. Vitamin B6, nerves, memory, skin. Magnesium, this is an important one. Muscle, nerve function, makes protein, antioxidant, depression, brain mood. Zinc, learning, memory, protects brain, promotes healthy stomach lining, decreases gut inflammation. B complex, direct impact on energy levels, brain function, all metabolism, promotes cell growth, growth of red blood cells, energy levels, good eyesight, healthy brain function, good digestion, healthy appetite, proper nerve function, hormones and cholesterol production, cardiovascular health, muscle tone. So it's a really important one. AC, amino acids, glucose metabolism, muscle protein. Thyroid Pro, this is just to help the thyroid gland function properly. Quercetin, this is a great supplement. It's an antioxidant and anti-inflammatory, helps protect against brain damage, mast cell stabilizer for people with mast cell activation. Neem leaf helps with skin conditions, antifungal properties, helps with scarring. Primrose oil, essential fatty acids, omega-6 fatty acids, and linoleic acid for maintenance of good health. Helps with skin disorders as well. Renew Life, probiotics to help with all the antibiotics I take. Omegagenics, EPA, DHA 720, omega fish oil. There's 8 different drops that I take every day. Drops, 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 drops. That's a song, you know. 4 of them I take twice a day. These 4 lovely drops, only buy at your functional medicine practitioner's office. You cannot find these anywhere. Trust me, my mom would have found them. She's very resourceful and economical, and she's the supplement nurse and the lady running the show behind the scenes, keeping me going. All these drops, all 8 of them are about $1,000. So these 4 supplements are called Toxin, Mycorrhizin, Parazomin, and Pro-Myco, okay? They are all mold detoxifiers, basically. We have Toxin, Pro-Myco, Mycorrhizin, and Parazomin. Tastes like dirt, rotted, and then had a union with some more dirt, and it rotted together some more. It's just disgusting. The worst taste ever. Funky, horrible, the worst. Basically just like this much in a little glass of water twice a day after meals. These next 4 drops are also toxic drainage drops, and I put them in a bottle of water because I take 20 drops, and now I've been instructed to take 50 drops each a day. So I put them in a bottle of water, and then I just sip on that water all throughout the day. I'm probably not saying it right. Itiris, this detoxes the lymphatic system. Algino detoxes the spleen. Apohepat detoxes liver, gallbladder, and pancreas. Renalix detoxes kidney, bladder, and the urinary tract. Very expensive, and I want to say that I go through those drops probably, I bet you only every like 5 months, or maybe I'm not doing it enough, but probably every 3 months you can go through those drops. So that's like $1,000, and a lot of dedication taking it, 'cause it's a lot of work, because you can't take it on an empty stomach because it'll make you feel sick. So the IV therapy that I do is called PK therapy. It stands for Patricia Kane. She's a doctor that came up with this therapy, and I have some notes here because it's really hard to remember all this. I'm probably going to butcher all of the words that I'm saying here, so just be prepared. So the ingredients in the IVs are phosphatidylcholine, leucovorin, glutathione, and all of that's followed by a B12 shot. Basically, you use this IV therapy to treat neurological illnesses, including ALS, Alzheimer's, autism, cancer, MS, Parkinson's, Lyme, mold, chemical toxicity, to name a few. So it's used widely and very effective. And although it is not fully recognized by the US and Canada, I believe. This is functional medicine, so this is outside of what normal doctors would recommend for illnesses like this, but normal doctors don't treat illnesses like this. Like your general doctor that you go to, your GP, will have no idea how to treat illnesses like this, so they would not know how to spot them. So a lot of the stuff that you use in your health and your healing is not, you know, proper by a lot of different opinions because of that fact. Apparently this works by the IV lipids administered through the PK therapy protocol. Cell membranes can eliminate their stored toxins and thus regain stabilization of membrane functions. So bottom line, it releases toxins at an accelerated rate. So I can tell you from my experience that I feel extremely tired after them. You'd think that laying in a chair for 3 hours, lounging, relaxing / sleeping would make you, you know, feel like you are not tired when you are done, but you're actually more tired because your body's just flushing out toxins. Last but not least, I have my mold treatment that I have to do, because once you have ingested mold or absorbed mold into your body, it stays in you forever. Once the mold's in you, it circulates through your blood from your head to your toe forever, over and over and over. It will never leave your body until you bind it with something and then get rid of it in your urine. So part of my treatment is taking activated charcoal, 3 pills 3 times a day, so 9 of them. So you take 3 pills in one setting, and that binds anything that's around it to it, and then you urinate it out. So you have to be really careful you don't take this stuff when you've taken other supplements, because it will take that with it as well. It literally binds anything. Another thing I have to take is this MCBFM. This is a biofilm killer. Biofilm apparently is what happens when these diseases like Lyme settle into your body. They create what is called a biofilm around them. It's a protective coating, so it makes it harder for the antibiotics to penetrate and kill them. It's basically like a 4-step process. You use the biofilm killer to break down the biofilm. You attack them with the antibiotics. You bind the leftover toxins and the dead infection with the charcoal, and then you flush all of that out with all the drops to drain it out. So it is a process, and it takes a long time, and a lot of that comes with stomach aches and not feeling well and things that don't taste good, and trying to cram all of it in one day. I could literally take a pill every hour probably, and I actually know people that I met in treatment that set their alarm to wake up to take pills in the middle of the night just to fit it all in, and I haven't gone there yet, although I probably should. So that is it for episode 4, supplement list, IV therapy, and the drops that I take. Thank you for tuning in. Please like this video, subscribe, and share. I really appreciate the support so far, and I hope you guys are all well and healthy. And until next time, take care and be well.
Again.